Welcome back, viewers. This is episode number 31, and the Young Turks are still going strong.
Yeah.
And today's episode is very special because Anmol is going to share his 1,000 kilometer review of his Harley Davidson X440. So we have
Yeah.
already spoken about the bike. There's been a lot of ho hum around it. We have already had one podcast about it. So Anmol, let's begin.
Yeah.
You are an officially an hog, a hog now.
As well as a hog officer now.
And a hog officer. So let's start with our conversation with your experience about being a hog, and let's begin the journey from the beginning. How has been the experience right from the onboarding to, because it's not about owning the bike. Harley Davidson is all about the experience and the journey
Right.
that comes along with it. So
Right.
let's take us through it. How has been it so far, and how are you feeling?
Yeah. Let's begin
आप
from the
कैसा
end.
महसूस कर रहे
हमें बहुत बढ़िया लग रहा है.
हैं?
So let's start from the beginning. So I bought this bike on 7th of November, and when I bought this bike, so उस time clarity नहीं थी कि X440 पे hog membership होगी and ये होगी. So I was told that right now there is no clarity. We'll let you know in few days, because I was the first one to ask them if you were giving any hog membership on it. Because one thing is that there I will tell all the marketers, startup founders who are going to watch this episode is that the segment that is buying X440, they are very less bothered about the hog membership, because they are not pretty much, I will say, very serious about it. Young लोग हैं, उन्हें इतना मतलब नहीं है उस community से, तो that is the thing there that I found. So I asked them about it. They told me give us 15-20 days. So the chapter
So
manager got back.
basically, they had to get approvals to take you on board as a hog member, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Because for
So,
X440, the main concern that comes here, another thing about a good marketing case study is that X440 is a small bike against all other Harley bikes. So people who have bought the bigger bikes and those big shots, they might question why X440 riders are coming with us. And considering X440 is a small bike, it would be able to be in pace with the bigger bikes. So these were the main concerns that I got to know from the dealership, why they were not giving hog membership to X440 at that point of time. So that was the thing there. And then on 21st of November or around that, our chapter manager from the Dehradun branch got back to me, that he said that we can give you the hog membership. It's just that for some time you will need to not come to rides till the time we get the confirmation from our business head and Harley India, so that we can let you know about the exact procedure. But then Hero made it official. Hero also sent me a message, as this is a Hero Harley partnership. So Hero sent me a message that you can buy the membership. Contact us on this. So I shared the message with him. They got back to me within 2 days. They took the payment. So there are two types of hog memberships for our audience. One is associate member, another is full membership. So right now I took the associate membership. I wanted to take a
so
feel
let's.
of.
How much is associate membership, and how much you pay for permanent membership?
So associate membership is 2,500 a year. Full member is 5,000 a year. So there
Which
are
is
two.
pretty reasonable, right? It's
Yeah,
nothing.
pretty
I
reasonable to
mean,
become a hog.
considering the kind
I
of
was
bike.
thinking it would have been 20 or
Ah,
30,000. I
I
was
know.
very scared.
It's
But
like
then
being
I,
a part of a club, and any club comes very expensive. I mean, you don't pay. I mean, if you're a part of a reputable club, you pay somewhere around 5 lakhs to 10 lakh rupees per
yeah,
year.
Ranchi Club, when we
Yeah, yeah,
visited,
yeah,
I was
yeah.
surprised to hear
Uh,
the rates and the
Oh,
criteria.
Ranchi Club, though, you don't get membership. I mean, we were at the that stadium club,
Yes,
and in Bangalore club, you don't even get membership. There's a 50 years waiting list out there.
yes, yes, yes.
So,
Same is the case I identified in Dehradun as well.
hmm,
First you pay 10 lakhs, and then there is a long list of people who are already waiting to get into the club. So it's a long.
right. So, considering all these clubs, this is pretty reasonable. I mean, reasonable. I mean, it's beyond reasonable. It's almost free.
Yeah, yeah, it is reasonable, and trust me, Ashwin, you get the ROI once you get the membership. So I bought this associate membership. The major difference between a full and associate member is that a full member has 2 to 3 additional features with their membership. One is that they get some application on their mobile phone in which they can read the Harley's magazine, and there is one more difference, not much than that.
Mm.
So the chapter manager, he's my known, so he referred me as his associate. So I got the membership, and then within 5 days, I got my membership stack, which contained this thing that you are seeing in the back.
Mm.
uh, oh, there was a hog letter, and there was a journey log book. There is a book with all the terms and condition I have to follow as a hog member. So I need to act in a certain way, I need to follow certain guidelines to be a hog, because Harley is a different kind of community. So all of that was mentioned there. I need to follow that to be a hog member. And then
Mm.
the best part, let me show to our audience as well about this hog membership, is that you get your own customized hog card. So this
Mm.
is
That
the
looks
card
like
you get.
American Express Black.
Yeah. So they give you this. So pretty nice card. I have put this in display here at our office.
Mm.
So, and then this badge, the one you see here in the down, this also comes with your hog membership. So they ask you to punch it in your jacket and come to bikers night and all.
Mm.
So I did that with this jacket, and now it's permanent because if I remove it, my jacket will go away.
Oh,
And yeah, so this
so
is how.
what if you buy a new biker's jacket?
Yeah, I will be going for that soon.
So how do you take it off and put it again?
Yeah. Oh, that is there. It is,
There's a pin, right? Yeah.
yeah, there is a
Mm.
pin. It's a
Yeah.
pin.
Yeah.
So this was how it started, and then I think I went on my first ride on the third week of December with the Hawks, where there were all the big shots. Only I was the one from X440 community here in Dehradun who had the Hawk membership at that point of time. Right now, I think there are three riders, and now it's January 4th. So fifth, there are three Hog member riders.
Mm.
But yeah, I was the one to first visit them. So first day, I will share the experience when I was standing there around 7 a.m. at the dealership. So I was the first one because it's first day. You need to be early. So I thought I should not get late. I was thinking all of those
We'll
things.
come
So
to
I
the
went.
ride later, a little later. So let's begin with the starting with the showroom, and all the goodies that you got. So let's speak more about that, and then we'll come to the bike, and then we'll come to the rides
Sure.
later because
Right.
you
Okay.
put some
Let's do
miles on it. It's 1,000 kilometers that you put on it, and we want to know how did those 1,000 kilometers go. So yes, we'll come to the ride. We'll come to the ride. Thamba, thamba. Yeah, Aram se.
it.
So let's begin with the showroom. Like when you officially became a Hog member, what was given to you? Like how did the chapter manager welcome you? And
So
let's begin with the day you got your bike, and let's speak about all these experience because we as marketeers are more interested in the engagement that brands like this bring to the
okay,
table.
so starting with the day I bought my bike, it was on 7th November.
Mm.
So I visited the showroom. I asked them if they can deliver me first in the first lot, because at that point of time Harley was delivering very less bikes.
Mm.
There was a shortage of supply, and I got a bit of preference due to the connects that I have here. So they called me there. They asked me to sit there for 2 to 3 hours. That was something that was very painful. But of course, to get something which is not available in the market, you have to sacrifice that much.
Mm.
So I sat there, and all the formalities were done already by my father and my uncle. So I sat there for, I think, 1 or 2 hours. I was sitting there. So they told me that your bike is getting ready, and till the time they asked me to check out things in the showroom. So Harley has, I will say, some pretty good merchandise with them. Some pretty
Mm.
good, I will say, tequila shot glasses with them. So all of those were very interesting. So I was checking all of them out. I was checking big bikes. So even when you and I we visited, so there is one thing with the Harley showroom. When you visit there, you start to feel that vibe. You start to think like a biker. Everything around you is, rock music is
You are in
playing.
the zone.
Uh, you are in the zone.
Right.
Yellow focus lights, orange theme, black theme. So it started to hype me up already before before getting my bike.
Mm.
So the bike was getting ready. I was sitting there. I was just enjoying my vibe. I was seeing the jackets. So their jacket range from 20 to 50,000 and more. But of course, they come with a lot of protective gears and all. And it's
Mm.
Harley, so you cannot
Well,
talk
20,000 is
about it.
nothing for a leather jacket, regular leather jackets for Jack and Jones, which comes without protection. but they look like bikes. They cost you about 20 to 25,000.
Right.
So if you're getting a
So
Harley branded jacket, 20,000 is nothing.
yeah, yeah. So recently, even I was checking a jacket. It cost you 25,000. It's all weather.
Right.
It was pretty interesting. At that point of time, I saw that jacket and I thought, oh wow, this is
Hmm.
amazing. And that jackets are pretty heavy. I
Hmm.
wore one of them. I checked out the gloves and everything. So dealership experience was very good. They
Hmm.
offered you coffee. The sales manager was friendly. They will be talking with you. The staff is very good. You know, they were giving you the Harley experience. They were telling you what you should
Hmm.
do what you should be doing with the bike, how you should start it, how you should maintain it. So all of those things were told us before getting the bike. And then the grand entry came in. The bike came out from the workshop after getting ready for the
Hmm.
delivery,
Hmm.
and they brought it up. So the first impression, of course, Harley, the sound of it. So it was amazing. And then they brought it there. They made the bike stand in front of us. And so at that point in time, there were two guys who were getting delivery. One was me and one was another. So they brought that key thing for you. They made you sit on the bike. They told how to click pictures. They gave us the full delivery, official documents in a Harley branded envelope. So they give you all of that. That ceremony happens, and then they did a very good video shoot also. They do that as they want to market themselves, because Harley is, people marketing Harley, not marketers sitting in it. So they shoot a very good video of me. They asked me that you should drive the bike this like this. So I did that, and that video is pretty good. It's on my Instagram. So that was the experience, and then they uh, let you go away. So I took the bike, get it
And then
filled.
you start riding. So now let's
Yeah,
come to
and
the
then
ride. You've put some miles on it. It's already 1,000 kilometers plus,
yeah,
but we are doing 1,000 kilometers review. By now it's 1,200 kilometers on it.
yeah.
So where all have you been, and how has the bike performed so far? Has it lived up to the expectations? Is it worth the penny, every penny that you've spent on it?
Right. So, yeah, the bike is worth it. You get the full ROI. It's a Harley. You feel it when you ride it. So, earlier,
So
when,
there was a lot of buzz that it's not a Harley, it's a hero.
yes,
So
yes, yes,
let's bust that myth
yes,
around it. Yeah. So is it a
so,
Harley or not?
yes, it is a pure Harley.
Okay,
Pure
it is a
Harley.
pure Harley.
Heart and soul.
Right.
Yeah. So, of course, since when we were kids, we used to see Royal Enfield, we used to see Harley in American movies,
Hmm.
that bad boys riding it. It looks so cool and everything. And when I first sat on this bike, so I have rode Royal Enfield, I have, ride a few bikes, but this was something different.
Hmm.
The pickup of the bike, the braking of the bike, and the thump that it gives you at 4,000 RPM when you are on fourth or fifth gear. Oh my God. That sound, it just Harley. It just sounds like Harley. So, like Harley has done
Well,
a pretty good
I
job.
was a part of one of the rides when you and I we rode from Dehradun to George Everest. Well, I have some bad reviews that like the pillion seat is really uncomfortable. So if you're planning to carry your
Pillion seat is
girlfriend
not good.
for a long ride,
Yeah.
yes, within the city maybe she'll be fine, but in a long ride she'll definitely have
In a
a
long ride,
breakup.
it's not.
So she'll give you a choice, the bike or me, either the bike or me,
Yeah.
because the
Pillion seat is not comfortable.
bike hates the
I
pillion.
Yeah, and even now after I got a seat cover with a bit of cushion, still there is a lot more work that needs to be done with the seating. Seating
Hmm.
is a problem,
Hmm.
and mileage is good. Of course, the bike gives you good mileage, 30 to 35,
Which is
which is
pretty
good.
good for a 440 cc bike.
So,
Yeah.
uh, but Harleys are let's talk about the Harley experience.
Hmm. Yeah.
Mileage and all
So
things.
yes, well, people who own Harley, they hardly, but yeah, all the Harleys give very good mileage. For the people who are
Yeah,
ignorant, you must be thinking that, oh, it's a 440, that's why you're getting. No, actually, even a 1200 cc will give you around 30 to 35 kilometers on a highway. So it is all the
right.
Harley engineering and the engine that comes with it that makes it so efficient, and that is why X440 is good.
Yeah.
So, like Anmol and I, we were like right now discussing whether the X440 is a Harley or not. It is definitely a Harley, and the reason why it is being marketed by Hero and is because for people who don't follow politics, Harley Davidson is a huge politics point. So let's begin. It is called the mango politics. So Harley Davidson came to India in exchange of Indian mangoes going to America. So that was the condition that India had put, because earlier all the Indian variety of mangoes were being grown in Mexico and being sold in America for cheap, and America never bought Indian mangoes, saying that mangoes are salmonella poisoned. So India stopped all the American brands, especially Harley Davidson, from coming to India. And when Donald Trump came to India, so this accord was signed that if America buys Indian mangoes, we'll buy American bikes. And that's how Harley Davidson, and not just Harley Davidson, behind Harley Davidson, even the Indian motorcycles came. It made way for them as well in India. And now another rule is that these imported bikes have 180% tax on them. So, since a bike is imported, obviously Harley Davidson could not compete with the Indian players like Royal Enfield and whatnot. So, what they decide, they found out a clever way. They first they realized that Indians are not ready for heavy bikes. Most of the Indians don't afford those 1200 to 1600 cc bikes, because the Indian mentality is इतना बड़ा engine तो गाड़ी में लगता है. So if I spend
Right.
that much money, I'd rather buy an SUV. I'll look better. I'll look like a neta, and I'll roam around with a flag on my roof, and I'll be popping my head out of the sunroof, and I'll get the air also in my face. So.
Totally
Uh,
agree with you.
so Harley Davidson realized, okay, first of all, the politics is really bad. So the second, the Indian market is bad. So let's play around with this. Let's first thing is Indian mentality. Give them a small bike. Let's manufacture it. Let us manufacture it, but through an Indian player, which was Hero. Hero was already doing it for earlier with Honda, when Hero
Honda.
used to be Hero Honda. So now Hero is no stranger to this model, and it also, and do you know Hero is coming with a Hero version of X440 as well?
Yes, yes, yes. I heard. I
Yeah,
heard.
440 cc
Definitely
Hero
in
is
the
also
picture.
coming. So Hero is also playing it clever, but it's making hay while the sun is shining. So they are coming up with a Hero bike, which has the same engine, and so that when they have a breakup with this is the second marriage, and when there's a divorce with Harley Davidson as well, they will have the market set for in this segment as well.
This kind of, yeah.
So now that you
Yeah,
know
he
the
is.
entire background, so people, the haters who are gonna comment, oh yeah, नहीं नहीं तुम तो हीरो खरीद लियो, हाँ ये does not it is Splendor है, glorified Splendor नहीं, ये Harley Davidson है.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Harley
uh,
Davidson.
uh, so okay, let's
Yeah.
carry on. Sorry, Anmol. We had to give this
Just
perspective.
yeah, yeah. No, no. This perspective was very good. Also, tell our audience how is the pickup sitting at the back seat.
Oh, because actually the back seat is not bad, but the back seat, the pickup of the bike makes it difficult to sit on that seat, because the seat is like this. Okay, so if it was a Splendor, then I would have sat on that seat quite comfortably and kept my back straight. But here, whenever Anmol used to rev the bike, like the acceleration is so high that I used to get pulled behind, and I had to keep my legs tight at all times. So it was like doing my quad stretch for what four to how many kilometers, 100 kilometers that we went. Yeah, so what
We went 120 kilometers in a day and we rode full day. We ride full day.
120 kilometers full day. I was he this guy made me do that. Was my leg day for the entire day. Okay, so my quads were muscles were
Burning.
badly injured. I had muscle pull, I had ligament tear, which I'm still nursing. Okay, my butt doesn't feel like normal anymore. I miss my old butt. So every time the bike used to rev, there was a jerk, and I used to like always be under attention. There was not one single relaxed moment. So that is why, guys, I'm a guy, I'm his partner, but I'm not a girl. So like I forgave him. Okay, I understand his love for his bike, but if you have a girlfriend, don't do this to her. She'll definitely leave you.
Of course. Get a backrest.
Get a backrest, broaden that bloody seat. It is damn narrow. I don't know what the guys with whoever designed the bike. This is where I Anmol, I like. I've worked in hotels, so in hotels as well. This is the problem I had with the designers because they prioritize aesthetics over operational aspect.
Operationally.
So never, I don't think your operations should be compromised for aesthetics because anything that is workable always looks good. So just to make
Right.
it, give it more aerodynamic look and make it look sleek, you're punishing people who are sitting behind. Well, anyways,
Right.
as a biker, if you ask me if I had an X440, I would have never asked anybody to sit behind me. And
Right.
it was a majburi thi hai, like I didn't have my bike. That is why I was sitting behind him. Because as a biker, I feel the back seat is for bitches. Pardon my French. So yeah. Well, your bitch is gonna leave you if you make her sit. So this podcast is a very biker podcast, so there'll be some expletive vocabulary used here.
We'll put a disclaimer below.
All right. So coming back to yes, the bike's performance, the engine is damn good. Like I said, acceleration is real good. Every aspect I've taken care of. The mileage is great. The sound is
Even
good. There's a
if you are a
steady
fan
thump
of
to
high
it.
speeding, you can easily reach up to 120 kilometers an hour in 15 seconds.
Right, and
15 to
guys,
20.
if you listen, if you we live in India, first of all, okay, let's realize in India, 1200 cc bike actually doesn't make sense. Forget about. I mean, we Indians are practical. I mean, earlier I made fun of this aspect, but uh, how far can a 12? I mean, how much are you going to actually utilize a 1200 cc's capacity on Indian roads? Let's realize that. So what I realized, I was not missing anything out, and Anmol has been on his rights, which he'll speak about later. But I have a bullet, and I realize as a biker, I don't miss the power. I mean, considering the quality of the road, see, bikes are not allowed. First of all, not allowed on the expressways in India.
Expressway.
Yes, so if you're not allowed on the expressways, then you're on the regular highway. On the regular highway, you keep on the left lane. You are enjoying your cruise. Your regular 300, 400, 500 cc bikes will do a great job. At the max, 700, 800 cc bikes. Royal Enfield has already got brought out 650 cc. 440 is
Shotgun is the new
X440
upcoming.
is a great bike and it has a great pickup. If you like to go fast, it'll do the job. For the six for fat boys and yes, I mean, if you like that, the presence of that bike just for the sake of having a big boy toy, you want to have those bikes, yes, why not? But operationally, I always come back to operations. See, most of us are going to ride these bikes within the city. If you're
Right.
riding a heavy bike, it's going to burn your legs, especially in Indian summers.
Burn your legs, and especially so talking about my experience with these riders, so
Hmm.
their bikes when they go on tours,
Hmm.
so when they go there, so fat boy, so one of the guys, he did 7,000 kilometers in last 12 days, so fuse was burned. He had to start the bike in Jammu, and from Jammu he directly came here to Dehradun, directly
Hmm.
to the dealership, because if he would have stopped anywhere, the bike would have stopped there, and then he need to get the RSA, because bike
Right.
was doing a lot, because see, it's a big engine, it comes
Hmm.
with a lot of responsibility and problems.
Hmm.
And then one of the guys, he shared that his bike engine almost got burned during the summer season when he was
Hmm.
riding on the highway.
Right. I
So
mean,
there were a bit
imagine
of
being riding in Rajasthan or riding in Delhi summer. Oh my God, Delhi
right.
summer is punishing. I mean,
You are going to burn.
imagine you're riding a fat boy in that summer. No, you cannot do it. I mean,
You
and
cannot.
then again, think about forget about summers. Let's take the ride that we made to George Everest. The roads,
Right.
the Indian roads, with its twists and bends on the mountains are not that great. So, you
Not
need,
that, even if
yes.
even the at the so on the mountain roads in Uttarakhand, you are going to see a lot of
Hmm.
uh, wraith,
Hmm.
that
The
mountain dust.
Right.
and a lot of stretches there won't be any road. A lot
There
of
won't be any
stretches.
road. The road clearance. Then again, let's understand these bigger Harleys are cruisers, and they don't have enough road clearance, right? So you need a bike like X440, which is lighter. If you fall, you can pick it up. Then you can go on a ride,
Exactly.
right? So let's think about practicality. If you even if you're going thinking, oh, I want to do long rides, I want a big bike. No, X440 is still more practical because this is the bike. If you fall down with it, you pick it up and then you start riding all over again. If
Right.
you fall fall down with a fat boy, good luck to you.
Good
You
luck
just
to you. That's
you will wait for the next truck coming your way. They will help you pick that bike up. And
idea. The
imagine
bike was
falling down with all the luggage wrapped to it.
right.
So,
Crazy.
for the entire the sake of practicality, this bike is great and does the job pretty well. Let's talk about the rides and more, like the rides that you've been with the Hog members, and now you're an officer now. So let's talk
Yeah.
about your journey about being appointed, and what is your role as an officer in your what's the name of your chapter, and what sort of people that you've met, and like how they were initially skeptical about you because they, since you had an X440, they didn't take you seriously and they questioned your credentials, whether you will be
Right.
able to keep up. And you did keep up, right? And
Yeah, yeah, the bike
yeah,
is
and
really good.
first of all, whether he'll be keep up, and second, whether he's actually serious enough or not, because X440 hai to bachcha hai yaar, like or maybe
Right.
he's just not
That was
serious
the
rider, you
first
know
impression I got from a few hog members on the
यार
day.
देखो, हम लोग इंडियंस हैं, हम लोग सबके पास इतना पैसा नहीं होता है, एंड वी हैव अ प्रायोरिटीज ऑल्सो, बट एट द सेम टाइम हमारे शौक भी अच्छे हैं, बड़े बड़े होते हैं ना. सो तो इट्स ऑल अबाउट बीइंग एंड देन हार्ली इज नॉट जस्ट अबाउट, लाइक आई इनिशियली इन द बिगिनिंग ऑफ आवर पॉडकास्ट आई सेड, it's not about owning the bike, it's about being the part of that journey, and
Community.
the community, and getting that experience. So this is what we are talking about, what the X440 brings. No, I'll stop calling it X440. I'll call it Harley Davidson X440 brings along with it. So yes, Anmol,
Right.
carry on. Yes,
Yeah.
please
So
shoot.
on the first day of the ride, I was there at sharp 7 a.m. So before about the ride, so it all starts with the chapter manager sending you that this is the upcoming ride. Would you like to participate in it? They put the update on social media. They put the update on the WhatsApp group. So first they get you this, then you have to give your confirmation. Then they add you to a group specified for that ride, and then they add all the members, take their confirmation, set up the direction, tell them what is going to be the instruction. Then you have to reach at the specified time. So for us on the day one, it was initially planned for JW Merit
Mm,
in Missouri,
mm,
but as we reached to our assembly point, that's where the chapter manager came in and told that we got a call from JW. There is a lot of traffic there, and it's not a good idea to go there with our big bikes. Rather than let's go to Suakoli. So it was told to everyone there. It was decided.
mm.
It was like how biker clubs operate. So they took everyone
Yeah,
opinion.
we'll come to the ride, but let's begin with the scary part first. How you felt like a schoolboy in a new school, and
Yeah, yeah, it was.
how all these tough bikers were giving you tough looks, and how you made your way through them and felt at home. Eventually, you were welcomed into the brotherhood. Let's talk about that.
So when I was standing there, first of all, no one came till 20 minutes. So in the back of my head, I was thinking, are they coming? What is
गलती तो
going
नहीं
to
कर दी है.
and that scary feeling जो होती है वो आ
हाँ,
रही थी अंदर से, बड़ा सा डर सा लग रहा था यार, कहीं मना कर दिया इन्होंने कि इसके साथ राइड में नहीं जाएंगे, फिर क्या करूंगा. तो
हाँ.
वो सब थॉट्स चल रहे
अरे
थे
ऐसे
तो
कैसे मना कर देंगे.
वही बहुत सारे थॉट्स चल रहे थे. एंड इवन जो गार्ड है, गार्ड को पता था कि बड़ी बाइक जाती है राइड में, तो पहले तो
हाँ,
गार्ड ने ही बोल दिया अच्छा आप भी आज राइड पे जाओगे. मैंने कहा हाँ हाँ
हाँ.
मैं भी इनवाइटेड हूँ राइड
तो
पे.
स्टार्ट में ही मतलब उसने लगा दिया.
स्टार्ट में वो
हाँ,
फिर उसके बाद मैं बाइक पे बैठा रहा. देन अ फैट बॉय केम इन. मैंने कहा ओके
हाँ,
चलो समवन केम.
हाँ,
एंड सरदार जी केम इन एंड ही वाज विद हिज चाइल्ड. So he
हाँ,
came there and for first 5 minutes कोई conversation नहीं है. So I went there. I had a bit of conversation with him. I asked him. I told him my name. I told him that I'm a new hog member. I have joined as a X440 rider. So this is
हम्म,
my plan. And then So he was not very frank in the first.
Mm.
I was not getting good responses, so I
He
thought, oh
was
my
not
god.
friendly, to be very precise. Right. Uh,
And so then another fat boy came in. He also shared the same attributes of what
mm.
Sardarji did.
Same vibes.
So and then so I was a bit skeptical now. Okay, okay. So two riders have already not they were not very welcome. And then the chapter manager came in, the
Mm.
director came in,
Mm.
so and the business head. So
Mm.
they introduced to me to them. So they told them that he's a new X440 rider. We are going
Mm.
to teach him how to do good rides. He is going to come with us on short rides, and once he's ready and he's trained, we will ask him to lead the X440 group.
Mm.
Because of course for touring, things are very different, and the bike that this segment, this segment, most of the people won't go from Dehradun to Nashik to just go for a rides. So
Mm.
of course, this was told to them, and then these two guys, they were skeptical. They were asking a lot of questions. Are these X440 riders going to ride? And once the chapter manager confirmed everything, so
Mm.
they were a bit. Then things started to better out.
Mm.
So first Fat Bob, second Fat Bob, third Iron, and then it was my X440, and then the chapter manager with his I don't remember the name of the bike. It's a 1200 cc bike.
Mm.
So that's how the positions were given to us, and then they ask you. So during the rides, so it was my first time. I didn't know that during the rides there were so many things that you need to take care of. So they told me left, right, and center. That's how you need to watch it. Don't overspeed if you think that
So, guys, notice one more thing. I notice over here. First of all, we Indians don't even know like what it is to be part of such kind of group. So
right.
to be just for your to for the beginners, for the freshers, an X40 is good enough. So that
Yeah,
you would know whether you will fit with these guys or not. And then
right.
what it is to be a part of this brotherhood. Yes, Anmol, carry on.
Yeah. And then they told me, if you are going to tell this, it means this direction. This direction, if you are going to tell this, it means there is a pit hole or you need to take care of it. If you are going to tell this, then this means you need to stop. There is something ahead. So they told us all of these signals before starting the ride, and then they told us what all you need to take care of. If you get left behind, what you need to do. If you get way ahead, what you need to do. So they gave you all the instructions first, and then
Hmm.
the ride began. So
Hmm.
of course, whenever we go on a ride, so all of these big boys were connected via Bluetooth. I didn't had the Bluetooth thing with me,
Hmm.
so I was not very connected, and it was my first day, so I was still scared. So that those two fat boy guys, they started their bikes. Oh my god, that engine sound!
The
I
rumble.
was vibrating with my bike there. So they
It's called
started.
the
We launched.
potato sound.
Yeah, potato sound. And then we started our bikes, we revved them up, and then we left from there. So these boys, their bike, the pickup is so high, so we started at the same position, and then after some time they were so far away. But what was happening is, of course, again, Indian roads, so it
Hmm.
was just for few moments. Most of the
Hmm.
times I was able to catch up with them with my own comfort, riding in my own style, not
Hmm.
revving too much up or putting too much pressure on myself or the engine, because X440 easily takes you to 100. It's
Hmm.
not a problem.
Hmm.
It is very smooth to take you to 100
Without
because of
vibrations. Yeah.
without vibrations. So I have rode it till 115
Hmm.
on a highway when we
Hmm.
were visiting Rishikesh. I will come to that. How
Hmm.
was the experience there? So now, getting back to this ride, we went there, and then there was another meeting point where the other riders were coming. So
Hmm.
of course, other riders came in, and they also asked the same. X440 guys are going to come with us.
Hmm.
But then again, the chapter manager told everyone, and then after that, everything was okay. And then when I showed them my riding skills, of course, I am a new rider, but I was able to keep up with them. I was balancing the bike very well. I was shifting very well, not putting pressure, and I was able to maintain the group position. So then they got a bit of confidence. Okay, yeah, the bike is powerful, and the guy is able to
See, even the
uh,
Harley owners had their own skepticism about it.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. So then we reached the destinations, and during that destination, then these guys started to talk with me a bit. Who am I? Where I came from? And all of those things. So
Hmm.
then we reached the destination. We had our breakfast. We clicked some good pictures. It's on my Instagram. I put a reel, and then the conversation started to go good. So I made a few friends. Few of them were still skeptical. Of
Hmm.
course, those fat boy guys, I'm still not in touch with them because they were not that frank and friendly with me. But yeah, others were pretty good. And then
See, this is
when we were
this is
going,
where, see, again, like the Indians are still not there. It's not about the machine. It's not about it's uh, something that I've been to the US and met the bikers there also. So the bikers
Mhm.
just simply respect bikers. It's
Right,
not about what kind of bike you're riding. It's actually about you will see a Harley guy giving peace sign to a sports guy, a sports bike guy also. It's about being on two wheels. Even a moped guy is being respected because you are on the bike, right? So this is something. It's just that Indian elitist mentality. Okay, because I have a fat bob, I might be
yeah.
above X440. It's
And
not.
what you
A
said
biker
is
is a
so true.
biker. Yeah. Hmm.
Those two guys, they were discussing. Okay, now we have got fat bob. We need to move to road king. We need to
Hmm.
go up.
Hmm.
So I was standing and thinking there, these guys are going to buy new bikes. So, those
Hmm.
two guys were in their wholly new universe.
Hmm.
Others were good. They were okay. Of course, they love their bikes. But these two guys, they were in a competition. Who is going to get the next better bike?
किसका बड़ा है?
Exactly.
किसका
So
ज्यादा
what?
बड़ा
Yes.
है?
So
Whose is bigger? It's all about the size always, huh?
yeah. And
Yeah.
then we headed back. So when we were heading back, all the bikers were good. But one point of time, that fat boy guy, he was riding very slow. So I overtake him. It was allowed. It's allowed if a guy is for a long period of time not able to catch up with
Hmm.
others. So I just overtook him. And then I don't know what made him angry. He revved it up so hard that he was so I couldn't see him.
Hmm. Yeah.
So
You hurt
I
his
then
ego.
knew, okay, it's not a good idea. I should
Hmm.
just to ride on it. So,
Hmm.
but all the other group members were good, but these two guys, they were in their own world. So I
Hmm.
let them be in
There
their
are
own world.
always the couple of characters out
And
there.
then we reached back to the dealership. It was a lot of traffic that day,
Hmm.
but it was a good experience. And at the dealership, the business head came in. He said it was a good ride. You did better than expected. We were not
Hmm.
expecting that the bike would be able to keep up with the other boys, but
Hmm.
it is good. It is a powerful bike,
Hmm. Hmm.
and
Hmm.
so they just told me that to be careful, to ride safe, to get some
And you've
riding
been on
gears.
how many rides so far?
I've been with two hog rides,
Hmm.
and generally talking about, I've been to 10, 12 rides.
On your own, apart from that, but
On
two hog
on
rides
my own,
and
two hog
rest.
rides.
One of them I was there with you. Yes, and
Yeah,
it
one of
was
them you were there with me, and
right.
then two hog rides. So that
Hmm.
was the first ride experience. It was okay, and then after the dealership, I went to the dealership.
And you've had
From
your
there,
first servicing done, right?
yeah, I had my first servicing.
Yeah. So how's the bike performing after the first servicing now?
Oh, it's smoother than before.
Hmm.
It's smoother than before, and it's the sound has become more refined, and
Hmm.
as well as the overall the things have become better. I don't know what they did, but it's some kind of magic that they
No,
did.
it always happens with any vehicle. It's after the first thousand of for some vehicles it is 4,000 kilometers. 5,000 kilometers. The engine actually opens up and gives you a more smoother experience because
Yes.
initially the all the parts are new and they even the parts are getting to know each other. You getting to know the vehicle, so yeah. So now, are you feeling like a rider now?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
It's just that
it's not about you. You feel like a rider. You always are a rider at heart, and that is what I was talking about when the other hog members, some of the hog members who, so-called hog members, they didn't. They thought he was any lesser, and that they were not very welcoming towards him. My word towards them, bro, you don't even know the first thing about being a biker. It's not the machine; it's always a man on the machine, right? And you never know when this kid is going to overtake you and have a much bigger, इसका कब तुमसे ज्यादा बड़ा हो जाए तुम्हें पता नहीं चलेगा. Like I said, bikers episode is expletives तो होंगे. uh, he has a lot more time and you would be probably on pills by that time and इसके पास बहुत बड़ा वाला होगा था.
right, Right.
uh,
Yeah,
so
then the second ride was pretty good, but I will say second ride, everyone, of course, new people also came in, but I was very confident with my bike, with myself, that I am going to ride well, I am going to ride confidently. It's my day, and then though it was a lot foggy, but
mm,
I was enjoying my ride. Others were struggling because their bikes are so big, and with
mm.
all that fog, they
Precisely,
were
that is what I was talking about. It's the
I was
practicality.
enjoying the ride. I was at
Mm,
my speed around 40, 50 kilometers, and I was cruising easily. I was enjoying my ride. Others were struggling. They were going behind, or they were going so far in the fog. So that was
mm.
the thing there. But the second race was good. We initially planned to Tiri, but due to fog, we just went to Rishikesh and came back.
Yes. So an X440 again, like it can be an adventure bike also. You can do
Yes.
adventure rides on it. But when you have a bigger fat boy or something, you're stuck with the highways. You can only do so much with it. It's just a cruiser. You can cruise around with it. Not that, and not so much in the city as well. So वो एक showpiece रहेगा. If you don't ride that much, the bike is not meant for you. X440, it will take you to your office as well. It will give you a pleasure ride.
Yeah, I
To
can bring it confidently every day to office. Even I am
Right,
bringing it.
right. So it'll be
Another
your
experience I will
daily
share about
humsafar. Hmm.
yeah, another experience I will share about the bikers night. So it was a good experience.
Oh yeah,
Harley
let's come to
bikers.
the bikers night. How did we forget the bikers night? Let's come down to the bikers night. Yes, what happened in the bikers night?
So again, it was like going to a new school because of course rides are now ride was done and dusted. But again, now here there are going to be a lot more people. So I think there are 220 hog members in Dehradun, in Uttarakhand, but
Hmm.
only 17 were able to make it to the bikers night.
Hmm.
So I went there. So of course, two three known faces. I meet them, greeted them, but others were also fine. They bro hug. They gave you a bro hug. They gave you a bro fist, and then they made you sit. They asked you to make your drink and just sit and enjoy it. So I was hearing their conversations. Everyone was talking about their recent riding experience, what they are going to do next, where they're riding next. So all of those things were happening. It was pretty good, and that's where I got this badge. So it's a I will say pratha in Harley community. Whenever a new rider comes in, so a senior rider comes in and they give their one of their pins to the junior rider. So this is
Okay.
the pin that he put it on my jacket from his own hands, and it was I felt that, yeah, okay, now things are going good.
Right.
Yeah,
Awesome.
because people are recognizing you, they are talking about you, and
No, like I
everyone was
said,
good.
every brother, every place has all sorts of people, So,
Yeah.
and you'll get some cocky people, some friendly people, some will make you feel unwelcome.
And the best
Some,
best part was that that day that those cocky people were not there, because
Hmm.
what the chapter manager told me, that those people are not able to survive in these kind of parties because they are
Hmm.
so much into themselves and their competition that they don't fit
Hmm.
into these bike parties.
Nah, basically, they're just to show off, and they're not a
Yeah,
part
they're
of the
just to show off
brotherhood.
their hog
Yes.
card or hog membership. So
Hmm. Yeah.
I enjoyed the bikers night experience. Everyone was friendly. We had good conversations. We had good drinks. We discussed a lot about their riding experiences, riding journeys. Everyone got to know me, and when I told them that I am running a startup,
Hmm.
and our office is in Bangalore, so they started to take me more seriously when they heard about it. Okay, this is not just a college kid who has come into the picture, but he's someone serious. So it
Hmm.
all mattered that
Hmm.
day. I
See, like it happens everywhere. Like, people are initially skeptical about you. Like, it happens in the college, you're ragged a little bit. It happens if you enter a new family or new workspace as well. Initially, people look at you from a distance, but then everything softens up, everyone warms up to you. And
right.
uh, you're having drinks together. Next thing you know, you're having drinks together, and you're getting going crazy together.
Right.
So it'll take him a couple of more rides, and I'm pretty sure the other two guys will also become your friends.
Yeah. I think it will happen. It's going to happen.
Wonderful. Anything
So,
else that you want to share?
no, I think this is pretty much
This is pretty
everyone has
much
been
okay.
talking.
So keep on riding, my friend. Godspeed to you. And to our viewers, if you like this episode, please share your feedback. If Tell us about what you feel about X440. If you already own it, if you already Harley Davidson owner, bigger, you got a bigger bike. तुम्हारा ज़्यादा बड़ा है. Share your experience as well. So, and if you any kind of biker. You're a Royal Enfield rider, you ride a Bajaj, you ride a Java. uh, Feel free to put in your comments down there, because it's not, again, it's not the machine is a dead, not even a dead thing, it's a non-living thing, and we are the ones who make it come to
Make the
life.
machine work.
Yes,
Yeah.
life. So stay a rider at heart. So it's about being free in the mind and heart, and it's about, bike kabhi bhi उठाए कहीं भी चल दिया. So it could be your Activa also. So it just takes you
Yeah.
somewhere. It's तुम्हारे पास चक्का है, and it sets you free, and that is why bikes became a symbol of freedom.
Freedom.
Yes, and there are a few good biker movies. My favorite is Easy Rider, that I like to watch. I recommend Anmol to watch the series Sons of
Sons of
Anarchy. And for people who are interested in startups, you must watch the Harley and the Davidsons. It is a great startup movie. Dates back a couple of 100 years back, when Harley Davidson actually started, by two brothers and their friend. And yes, and how they were, Indian motorcycle was already in the market before Harley Davidson, and how in it, they gave each other tough times. So it's quite a story. You must watch it if you
Yeah.
haven't watched it. And if you got some more good story, I watch a lot of biker movies. But if you got some good ideas, we love movies. You got some good biker movies in your stock, please share the link, or share the names. We would go ahead and find out those movies and watch it, and probably we'll have another podcast about that movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect. All
Okay,
right. Thank you so much for
on
coming
that
in.
note, see you soon, and
Bye.
bye.